Okay, quick review of a G&G Combat Machine Series AK. This gun is pretty much a standard AK AEG. Don't know if you can see my head in this video. You don't need to, I'm fuck ugly. Okay, this gun shoots, chronos I should say, about 340 feet per second. It's majoritively nylon fibre. The lower receiver here is G&G Combat Machine Series nice nylon fibre. There's none of this cheap tacky ABS on the overall gun. As per usual, okay? Very solid. Nothing gonna give on this gun, okay? Nothing's gonna break. It is a solid gun. That said, it's not a real AK, don't abuse it too much. Alright? Selector switches, automatic, single. Okay? Typical Soviet thing to have really, isn't it? Safe, straight to fully automatic, then you got your single. Whereas on Western guns, obviously we got single shot first. Sights are your typical AK standard heights, okay? I keep mine set to about 300 marker, because I feel it gives a nice eye relief, okay? It's a bit easier for my eyesight. Yeah, you all know what an AK looks like. Similar offerings on the market, okay, we're looking at similar price range ones here. You've got Classic Army, alright, they're sport line ones, they're not as good, alright? I've used them, this thing, definitely better. The woodwork on it's better. On the Classic Army, they've got a real problem with the stock staying on. Where they screw it in, they do a naff job of it. On this thing, it's, you know, solid, okay? You're not going to get any rattling or cowbell noises from the sling points, which are, you know, they do the job, they're good, they will hold your weapon. The majority of the gun is plastic. You've got the grips here, which are fake wood. They are not too convincing, but they're not the worst I've seen. I'd say they're on a par with Tokyo Maori. Marui guns they've got a thing where fake wood looks pretty naff usually. I find Simon's wood looks better than fake wood. Metal parts, you've got the top receiver, you've got this, okay, got your bolt there, charging handle, which by the way, hop up under that, I'll come back to that in a minute. You've got your selection lever, all the screws and parts on there. You've got no plastic screws, which is a good sign. Thank fuck for that. I do have a couple of guns with plastic screws and inserts, which is just a terrible thing to have. Your cleaning rod down there, okay. Front assembly, the entire thing, it's all decent quality metal. The flash hider is removable. Push down the pin, unscrew. It's got underneath there a 14mm counterclockwise thread. Front sling point, not much play to it. Standard AK affair. Internals of the gun there are sealed off nicely. You won't get any crap stuck in there. Gun comes shipped with a magazine, okay. I got rid of it in favour of a Tokyo Maori mag. Reason for it being is the original wobbled like hell. This thing, okay. Where the hell's it gone? Epic fail. I'm not right-handed, I'm actually a left-hander. So this feels strange to me. I have it in my left hand, a bit easier. Alright. As you can tell, not much wobble. Seats well. Okay. Rate of fire, you're looking at about 15 rounds per second or so. I will show you some of the firing, probably later on in the video. Trademarks, it doesn't actually have Kalashnikov written on anywhere or AK47, none of that sort of thing, okay? So don't panic there, the trades are fairly realistic. You've got your Cyrillic alphabet, okay? You've got your A, B and your AO, or OA rather I should say. Alright. Safety on this does not prevent you from pulling back the bolt. It's not actually there to charge it, okay? It's just there for the purposes of adjusting hop up. The hop up on these, okay, the whole Combat Machine series, the hop up is good. There's nothing wrong with the hop up on them. I can't really say anything bad about this. The trigger guard and trigger metal, the trigger response is good. It's an all-round good gun really. The range on it, very nice. Chrono's in about 340, roughly 350 occasionally. Depends on really when the last time I used it was. I think last time I skirmished this I did pretty well with it. It's a bit long for CQB because it's more of a woodland gun. There are a few reviews out there on this thing, so yeah, you can go ahead and watch other ones. I'm going to just do this very briefly. This is just me being as brief as I can be with it. Overall though, you know, it is solid, it is cheap, it's affordable. Magazines are out there. You can buy tons of magazines which are compatible with this thing. It doesn't take the G&G mags very well. What it will take, however, really well, is Marui, ICS, it takes D-Boys, it takes Cyma, okay? JG are a bit wobbly in this thing, I found. Cyma mags fit really, really snug, okay? They're nice. But the best feed, best ones that I could find, alright, mid-caps made by Tokyo Marui. They are the best in terms of how they fit and how they feed. There's nothing wrong with it, just snap. You get a small amount of wobble, but nothing like as bad as the original which came with it, which practically wouldn't stay in the gun. That seems to be a recurring issue with all of G&G combat machine guns. Okay, their entire series, their mags are shipped with the gun, they just don't fit, they're just crap. So what I do is I tend to trade them off because they work in other guns, or I use them in similar weaponry. There's not much to say about it, so I'm going to go ahead and start firing it. I'm just going to fire a few shots just into my garland to let you see, you know, that it's accurate, outperforms. Range wise, you're not going to be engaging people in airsoft past the 45 meter mark. That's about 150 feet. This thing, it can do it quite happily. I've been hitting people on the chest and on their legs at about 50 meters, so goes without saying, it's a good gun, it's accurate, it's solidly made, and it's reliable. The shim job inside is good, the gear is metal, 15 rounds per second rate of fire, quite happily rinse through a 70 round mid-cap. Nice bit of kit, there really is nothing that I can fault about it. The overall construction is solid, and the gun doesn't look too shabby. So, see how it fires. Okay, bearing in mind we're about, I don't know, 20 meters away, so I shouldn't miss. I'm using 20s. The battery, half charged. Okay, don't expect rate of fire to be great. Semi first, then auto. One more quick thing, but I didn't really touch on in the review, was the stock. When I got this new, alright, it was an absolute biatch to get off. I could not get it to come off. I had to use pliers, I even tried unscrewing the screws, nothing worked. In the end I got it off with brute force and a pair of pliers, which did leave a few claw marks, which I've since painted, so no worries there. I have had to coat it in Vaseline and also file down these little tiny bits here on the edges which clip into place, okay? I don't know if everyone's gun will have that, but mine certainly did, and it was really, really tough to get off, okay? Just a heads up. Another little heads up about the stock as well, although you do get plenty of battery space, for those players who actually want to use a small battery, this comes with a large Tamiya, okay, as standard. You will need to get a connector, okay? I'm using a Tokyo Marui connector here, nice thick wires, good quality. Alright, in there, fuse, and obviously plenty of space. You could fit, quite happily, you could fit a large battery, okay? 3,300 mAh, so you could do an entire day of woodland on one battery. It's possible, okay? Thanks for watching.